people ask me, why do you risk death? For me, this is life.
Welcome to New York. Anything to declare?
I'm going to hang a high wire between the two towers of the World Trade Center and work on it.
Good luck.
If a director other than Mr. Zemeckis had come and proposed doing something like this, I would have been a lot more skeptical. But in the hands of a master filmmaker like him, who on the one hand is always able to balance the visual spectacle and be at the forefront of, you know, using technology to push what you can do with movies forward, and then on the other hand balance the audience having a sincere investment in the characters and the story.
And you spoke fluent French, as I recall.
Yeah. I've loved French ever since I was a teenager. I love the language. I love French movies. I've always wanted to do something French in a movie. I didn't necessarily think that it would be in a big Hollywood spectacular movie. I figured, you know, one day I'll go off to France and I'll play like a Spaniard or something in a Parisian art film. But it turned out to be this, and I'm delighted.
Give me a sense of how you came to understand this thing that was done for an artistic statement.
You know, I asked Philippe this myself, and he always kind of dances around that question. It's sort of like love. When you love somebody, you can't really say why you love them. You can list off like qualities that they have. Oh, they're very kind, or they're very smart, or they're very attractive, or you know, those are things you like about them, but why you love them is something that's a little beyond words. This image that he had of walking between them, I think, is sort of like his muse. It's his love.
What was the biggest challenge for you guys to make it seem so real? How long did that take you until you had it?
When we started getting into it, the big challenge is we knew we were making the towers, we knew all that kind of stuff, but what we didn't know is how reflective these towers are. Then you start putting them in the scenes, and you start to realize that a lot of different people have different ideas of what the towers look like in terms of their color. What really happened was we started realizing they were made of anodized steel, and so normally in a film and in visual effects, you're super focused on what's in front of the camera and how you're going to compose the shot. For us, what was in back of the camera was just as important, so we ended up building these gigantic sky domes to bring the whole world into those towers, and that was what really, I think, set it apart to make it feel real, was that the towers reflected the mood of the story. They were a character of the story. They supported Philippe. They challenged Philippe.